Why should we hire you? My weakness is chocolate lava cake. My weakness is girls. So my weakness is Shah Rukh Khan's movie. Welcome back, everyone. In the super informative video lesson, we'll be discussing how to give professional introduction in your job interviews, plus a couple of very important questions like your strengths, your weaknesses, and why should we hire you. And we have a very special guest with us, and she's Pragya Vaishnav. How are you, Pragya?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Thank you very much for asking, Pragya. I'm doing great. So let's dive into this super informative video lesson. So what's the very first question that you have?
Yeah, I have some bunch of questions which I want to ask you. So I'll start with that. What do you think that which part of the interview the candidates find most problematic or most difficult to answer? I should say.
The most challenging part, in my opinion, is the introduction, because during the introduction, you're going to share relevant details about yourself, and this is where the first impression matters. And you guys know that, right? First impression is the last impression. So let's start discussing how to give a professional introduction, right? So any questions
Okay.
that you have? Mhm.
Yeah. So I'd like to start with my first question. So, how would you recommend a fresher to introduce themselves confidently in an interview?
Oh, you are a very good question, right? So I'm just kidding. Audience, Pragya has asked a very significant question, uh, and it is how to introduce, right, for freshers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are five things that you have to keep in your mind while introducing yourself, right? The very first thing is you need to start with a polite greeting, because this helps create a positive first impression and sets the tone for the interview. Number two, provide a brief overview of your educational background, mentioning your degree, your post graduation, like your relevant qualification. And then you can highlight key skills and qualities that make you suitable candidate for this position. I mean, this showcases your strengths and demonstrates why you are qualified for this particular role. Number four, you need to express enthusiasm. Number four, you need to express enthusiasm for the opportunity and eagerness to learn and contribute. I mean, this shows that your genuine interest in the position and the organization. And last but not least, end with a thank you and an invitation for further discussion. Now, this demonstrates professionalism and openness to further dialogue. Now, guys, I believe it's like a bit confusing. So let me try to simplify the entire affair by sharing a sample introduction for you. Now, here I am an MBA graduate. My specialization is finance. So get your pen and paper handy and you can make a note of the things that we'll be discussing now. The sample answer is you can start by saying, good morning or good afternoon. My name is Vivek. I recently graduated with an MBA degree from ABC University, specializing in finance. During my studies, I developed strong analytical skills and a passion for financial analysis. I'm eager to apply my knowledge and skills to contribute to the financial growth of your organization. And thank you for considering my application. I look forward to discussing how I can contribute to your team. So, audience, how was the answer? I included all the five components. I started by greeting on a positive note. I shared my educational qualification, relevant skills. I expressed enthusiasm as well as I thanked the interviewer. So, once you have all these five things, you will be able to give an impressive introduction. And remember, my friends, first impression is the last impression.
Fantastic. So now can we have something for professionals or working candidates? Like, I want to ask a question. Okay. So, could you provide an example of how experienced professionals should highlight their achievements without sounding boastful?
That's again an incredible question you have asked. See, those five components are going to remain same, but you need to highlight your achievements. And you wisely said we should not be boastful. So here I'm going to share one introduction that experienced candidates, right, they can follow. Here I'm a software engineer, right? And I believe quite a few software engineers are watching this particular video lesson. If yes, do comment it, guys. And now let me share a professional introduction for a working professional who is a software engineer with at least 3 years of experience, right? So let me get started. Good morning. My name is Vivek, and I'm currently working as a software analyst at ABC Organization. With 3 years of experience in software testing, I have a proven track record of analyzing software data and providing valuable insights. I'm skilled in software testing and have successfully managed projects from inception to completion. And I'm excited about the opportunity to bring my expertise to your organization and contribute to its success. I thank you for considering my application, and I'm eager to discuss how I can add value to your team. So, dear audience and Pragya, how was this response?
That was fantastic, I must say.
Thank you very much. So, dear audience, here also I integrated all the five components. I started on a positive note by greeting my interviewer. I shared my qualification, my relevant experience. I expressed enthusiasm for being a part of this interview. And the last but certainly not the least, I thanked the interviewer, and I also mentioned that I'm open to further discussion, right? So if you follow these five components, I'm pretty much confident your introduction is going to be an impressive one. And remember, people, around 60 to 70% of the people, right, they fail in their interviews within the first 10 seconds. Do you know the reason why? The reason is they're unable to create a good first impression. That is the reason you need to ensure that your introduction is not just good, however, it's an impressive one as well.
So, Mr. Vivek, our audience wants to know about the STAR method, what it is.
Star method. This is one of the most incredible ways by which we can develop the ideas in our mind and present in a structured manner. Let me explain it in a simple manner. Star, right? S stands for situation. In situation, you need to describe the context or situation where you demonstrated your strength, right? S, star. स्टार का जो एस है वो सिचुएशन से रिलेटेड है. यहां पर आपको ये बताना होगा. आई एम आल्सो स्पीकिंग इन हिंदी सो दैट वी कैन हेल्प द हिंदी स्पीकिंग ऑडियंस एज वेल, राइट? सो
Yeah.
पीपल इट एस सिचुएशन. यहां पर आपको बताना होगा कि सिचुएशन क्या है. व्हाट इज द सिचुएशन? टी मींस टास्क. Here you need to explain the task or challenge you faced in that particular situation. Then, right, task में आपको बताना है कि आपको क्या करना था. Right, situation हो गया, task हो गया. Now A for action. Action में you need to detail the actions or steps you took to address the task or challenge. It means आपको आपने क्या किया. So हमने start किया situation से. What was the task, right? What was the situation? Then T, what was the task? Then A, action, what did you do? And R for result, right? Here, you need to share the positive outcome or impact of your actions. So, STAR technique, STAR, situation, task, action, result. Situation, क्या टॉपिक था या क्या सिचुएशन थी. टास्क, आपको क्या करना था. एक्शन, आपने क्या किया. आर, रिजल्ट, क्या निकल के आया. नाउ लेट मी एक्सप्लेन इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ एन एग्जांपल, राइट? और बहुत लोग से सवाल जब पूछा जाता है इन इंटरव्यूज, व्हाट आर योर स्ट्रेंथ्स, कोई बताता है आई एम अ वेरी ऑनेस्ट पर्सन, Come on, कोई भी अपने को dishonest नहीं बोलेगा, एक चोर भी अपने को चोर नहीं बोलेगा यार.
I am an exceptional thief, Mrs. McLean.
Now let me tell you couple of common mistakes that people interviewees they make while talking about their strengths. See, I have taken quite a few interviews in my short career, right? More often than not, I used to observe candidates saying that, sir, my strength is I'm an honest person. Come on, koi chor apne ko chor thodi bolega yaar, right? It's a very run of the mill kind of response. Run of the mill means too ordinary, ghisa pita in Hindi. Another one is they say that I'm a hard-working person. Come on, a donkey is also a hard-working. So should I go ahead and hire a donkey? ये सब response मत दीजिएगा, right? Strengths में आप बोल सकते हैं I'm a target-oriented professional, right? देखिए लाइफ में टारगेट है, क्रिकेट में टारगेट है, विराट कोहली चेस कर देते हैं, ऑफिस जाओगे वहां पर भी टारगेट रहेगा, हर जगह टारगेट रहेगा, शादी करोगे वहां पर भी टारगेट रहेगा, स्कूल में थे वहां पर भी टारगेट था, राइट? सो टारगेट इज एवरीवेयर. So if they ask you hereafter from now, right, you should say my strength is I'm a target oriented professional. और बोल सकते हो I'm a team player, right? और आप बोल सकते हो I have an analytical thought process. Now let me explain it with the help of an example, right? Strengths के लिए. So यहाँ पर हम ये डिस्कस करेंगे कि मैं एक टीम प्लेयर हूँ, राइट? आई एम अ टीम प्लेयर. इसको स्टार टेक्निक के द्वारा सिचुएशन टास्क एंड एक्शन प्लस रिजल्ट के द्वारा हम कैसे इफेक्टिवली एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं, राइट? सो ऑडियंस, आर यू रेडी? लेट्स गेट
Yes.
स्टार्टेड, राइट? One of my strengths is my ability to collaborate effectively in team settings. That is the situation. For example, in my previous role at ABC organization, I was part of a cross-functional team tasked with implementing a new project management system. As the team lead, I identified each team member's strengths and delegated tasks accordingly. I also facilitated regular meetings to ensure open communication and addressed any challenges proactively. As a result, we successfully implemented the new system ahead of the schedule and received positive feedback from stakeholders. See, मैंने situation बताया, right? क्या situation थी? मैंने task बताया कि मुझे क्या करना था. Then I mentioned action, मैंने क्या किया, and then at the end I mentioned result, क्या निकल के आया, right? So इसको follow करिए, you will never run out of ideas in your head और चीजों को ना एकदम बहुत बढ़िया तरीके से, right, in a real effective manner, you will be able to present it. And if you do it, the probability of you impressing the interviewer is going to be quite high.
So now let's talk about weaknesses as well. That is also very important. So my question is, what advice do you have for candidates when discussing their weaknesses in an interview?
See, weakness. When we talk about weaknesses, I have heard some weird responses. That's my weakness is chocolate lava cake. My weakness is girls. So my weakness is Shah Rukh Khan's movies. Come on, no one is interested in these kind of responses. When you are talking about weakness, you need to understand that you need to share that weakness, which is actually not that serious, right? And you also have to tell or convey to the interviewer that you understand what is your weakness and you're working on it, right? I have some decent responses. You can say that public speaking is my weakness. I'm working on it. You can say I think too much, right? As far as any project is concerned. See, ये थोड़ा सा positive तरफ भी चला जाएगा, right? So let me try to use star method to develop this particular technique. और देवियों और सज्जनों, अगर आपको स्टार टेक्निक इफेक्टिव लगता है तो कमेंट्स में मेंशन कर दीजिएगा, नहीं भी लगता है तो भी मेंशन कर दीजिएगा. But I'm pretty much confident that you will find star technique one of the latest and the greatest techniques to help you in developing plus structuring and presenting your answer, your response. So weakness के लिए, right? I'm applying star technique, and one good response is hold your breath and now release it as well. Otherwise, you'll kick the bucket. I know I used the dialogue in the last one. I'm not a dialogue writer. So, weakness, yes. One weakness I have identified is my tendency to be overly critical of my own work, right? In a recent project, I found myself spending too much time reviewing and revising my deliverables, which impacted my overall productivity. To address this, I began setting strict deadlines for each phase of the project and sought feedback from colleagues earlier in the process. Now, by implementing these strategies, I was able to improve my efficiency and meet project deadlines more effectively. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, again, I applied STAR technique, right? And I described my weakness. It was like overthinking, over analyzing my own work, right? ये तो अच्छी बात होती है. सामने वाले को लगेगा यार तो बहुत दिमाग उमाग लगा रहा है यार तो इसको हायर कर लेना चाहिए. So how did we convert our weakness to our strength, right? Situation मैंने बताया कि बहुत दिमाग लगाते हैं. टास्क क्या था, मुझे क्या करना था, मैं I told that. फिर मैंने क्या किया एक्शन में, that also I told. And result में I mentioned I was able to improve my efficiency and I was able to meet project deadlines more effectively. Maza aaya response? If yes, drop a like here. We worked very hard to make these kind of informative video lessons for you, right? आप लोग ज़्यादा वीडियो देखते भी नहीं हो, लाइक भी नहीं करते हो, शेयर भी नहीं करते हो यार. That's not good, no? So, if you really want to support the channel, you should share this video lesson with your friends, right? Drop a like, comment bhi kariye as a sacrifice to the algorithm. Now, Ms. Pragya, the next question.
Yeah. So now let's jump to the next question. So, how can job seekers they effectively tailor their responses to align with the job requirement? I think that is very important.
Of course, it is one of the most significant questions. और ये होता है related, it is related with why should we hire you, right?
Yeah.
एक और, why do you think you are the best fit for this profile? These kind of questions are interrelated. Again, STAR technique has come to our rescue. STAR technique को हम लोग लगाएंगे and we will be able to answer this question in a most effective and appropriate manner. Right. So situation है यहाँ पर you need to describe a relevant situation or project where you made a significant impact. Right. क्या करना चाहिए? तो आपने कोई तीर उर तो मारा होगा, right? पहले वो तीर धनुष नहीं, मतलब कुछ achievement आपकी, right? वो क्या था? Then task. Explain the task or objective you were working towards in that particular situation. आपको क्या करना था? Then action. Detail the actions you took to achieve the task or objective, right? आपने क्या किया? And then result. You need to share the positive outcomes or achievements resulting from your action. End में क्या निकल के आया, वो result हो जाएगा. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to use STAR method to answer this question. Why should we hire you? Are you ready, people? Of course they are, right? So here I'm an experienced professional और मुझसे सवाल पूछते हैं why should we hire you, right? अब मेरा response क्या होगा? हम तो कहें मालिक दे दीजिए भाई, बहुत गरीब आदमी है यार, right? 25-30 बच्चे हैं, बहुत मतलब बाल बच्चे बहुत सारे हैं, so ये सब response मत देना, right? Why should we hire you? Give a proper response and it goes like this. You should hire me because of my proven track record of driving results and delivering value in previous roles. For example, in my previous position as project manager at ABC organization, I was tasked with leading a team to launch a new product line. I identified key milestones and deadlines, allocated resources effectively, motivated team members to perform at their best. As a result of our collective efforts, we successfully launched the product line ahead of schedule and exceeded sales target by 20% in the first quarter. I firmly believe that my experience in project management, coupled with my strong leadership skills and results-driven mindset, make me an ideal candidate for this role or for this position. राइट मैंने स्टार टेक्निक लगाया, मैंने सिचुएशन बताया कि मेरे पिछले ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में बहुत बड़ा काम था, एक बड़ा टारगेट था मेरे पास, राइट टास्क क्या था, मेरे को ये करना था, एक्शन मैंने ये किया, और रिजल्ट में सबके बल्ले बल्ले हो गई. Right. So this is the approach, and if you follow this approach, right, you will be able to leave a lasting impression in the hearts and in the minds of your interviewer. They are not going to forget, right? And your chances of clearing the interview would be really very high.
Yes. Yes.
My dear audience, today we discussed three important questions in job interviews: uh, your introduction, strengths and weaknesses, and why we should hire you, or why you are the best fit for this profile or for this position. And we also applied STAR method, right? And if you found this video lesson informative, please drop a like, share it with your friends, comment your questions, your suggestions. They really motivate us, they really inspire us. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, right? And Ms. Vaishnav, what do you have to say to the learners?
Thank you, Mr. Vivek, for having me again. And I believe that the audience has learned something new and useful today. And I wish all of them luck for their future.
Like, I really thank you for your kind and encouraging words. And dear audience, we guys wish you all the best in your career. If you want us to make videos on specific topics, you can mention it in the comment section. And now we have come to the end of this video lesson. So as always, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you.